Hello and welcome to Slow Start Pokemon, the channel for experimental and fun builds and teams. So today I've got a battle from the Global Challenge 2, which was fought under Regulation C rules. And here I've got a team that synergizes around Tailwind. We've got the Luminion or the Frostmoth to be Tailwind setters depending on what the opponent's bringing. Brambleghast with that Wind Rider to get the attack. Kilowatt with Charged. Which obviously under Tailwind will give it a boost to its electrical attacks. The Lokix obviously has got a good lot of priority, and then the Salazzle's there to be very fast and do some high special attack damage. So as you can see, going against a fairly strong meta kind of team from my opponent here. And as you can see, I've opted for the Frostmoth as the better option to bring out first. I'm perhaps expecting them to bring out the Among Us and the Lokix on the other side, because I am expecting the I might need to take out that Chien-Pao, and of course the bug type attack is going to be good. So on this first turn I'm really just expecting that Dragonite to normal terror with its probable choice band, and then do a extreme speed. So I debate here whether I try and wait it out and go for the U-turn, or you know, maybe I can escape, but then I'm expecting really that Dragonite's probably going to attack me first. So I think I'll go for the first impression in the end, just to try and make sure I get the damage off. I'm expecting the Focus Sash on that Chien-Pao, but at least I can hopefully take it down to a Sash. And of course the Frostmoth there with the Ice Beam. Normally I'd go for the Tailwind, but here I just felt it was a better opportunity to try and go for that Ice Beam to get some damage off here. But they go for the extreme speed on a Frostmoth, not quite sure why. And the Ice Spinner there, of course, not very effective, so Frostmoth just manages to survive. Comes back with the Ice Beam. This was a very meta team I was facing, but I'm not totally sure whether it was kind of fully trained up. Certainly you'd expect the multi-scale there on the Dragonite, which it perhaps didn't seem to have as I took it out in one. So obviously we've got the Chien-Pao now and the Fluttermane coming out. So the Frostmoth, as you can see, also gets Wide Guard. So I like to take teams which use different Pokemon but have good chances to at least be competitive against other teams. And the Frostmoth's quite good like that. Often people don't know quite what to expect when they face these teams. So I'm going to go for the U-turn there to get the Lokix out to safety. Frostmoth is fishing for a Dazzling Gleam with a Wide Guard. And obviously the Chien-Pao went for the Sucker Punch, which fails because I went for Wide Guard. Substitute there, the Fluttermane's hoping to get a bit of security there. But of course, Lokix doing the damage. And what about that? A little crazy robotic bug taking out the guy with the big swords for fangs. So well done to Lokix, caught that one on my birthday. So he's got the special chosen one name, which is pretty cool. And here, as you can see, the team obviously doesn't really have a great deal of kind of safe swap-ins when taking damage, so it really needs to kind of keep the momentum up, keep on the attack, keep knocking out Pokemon to be doing well. So obviously that Fluttermane's a little bit of an issue there. And the Gyarados comes out, not really too bothered about the Intimidate. I guess they were obviously expecting me to bring more physical Pokemon, perhaps that Brambleghast. I think about I expect the Frostmoth's going later and going to get killed. And I think, well, do I take that sub out? What do I do? And I decide in the end that actually I want to try and take out the sub with a boosted Sludge Bomb first, and then hopefully get maybe a bit of damage off with the Ice Beam if Gyarados doesn't take one of them out first. Also I go for the Poison Tower here. Two reasons. One is it's going to make the Dazzling Gleam no longer effective, it's going to be not very effective, and of course any water attacks from Gyarados equally won't. But they go for the Protect, thankfully. It's pretty nice. Dazzling Gleam could have used the Wide Guard, perhaps should have used the Wide Guard there, but of course it's not very effective, so not a huge amount of damage. And now Salazzle goes up with a big Sludge Bomb, and taking out that substitute, which is nice. So obviously we know Fluttermane, very high special defense, but very weak on the physical defense, and that's why I decided to bring that Lokix back in. Again, that life orb's great, okay, because Lokix, you know, usually if it's taking hits, it's getting knocked out anyway, so the life orb might as well do that extra bit of damage and make it much less likely. So I think, well, I'll keep the Kilowattrel in the back because that's going to be useful later on against the Gyarados. Obviously didn't get the tailwind up in this battle, but actually Lokix is showing its quality there. So far I've shown that I've got the first impression and the U-turn, haven't shown that I've got the Sucker Punch. So really I'm feeling like the bigger threat really is the Fluttermane. And of course they realise that as well, they know I've got the first impression, so they protect. Probably should have gone split my attacks there, or actually gone for the Gyarados, predicting their protect, and then I probably could have taken it out with a Sludge Bomb on a first impression. But that's as it is. Now this Gyarados I think probably must have been quite a supportive build rather than having much of an attack, because as you can see even Salazzles, that's not very tough, manages to withstand it. So they don't know that I've got Sucker Punch, and okay, it's only effective, but expect a strong attack. Now I've gone again the Sludge Bomb because I know that they're unlikely to be able to get a double protect. Here they go with the Terror to Fairy type, which actually is not to their advantage, because of course the Salazzle is now going to be super effective against them, but they're hoping to take me out in one. But Sucker Punch comes in from Lokix, even though it's not very effective, manages to annihilate that Fluttermane, which is delightful to see for me. So now down to their last Pokemon here, the Gyarados, and that Sludge Bomb's going to go into it. You can see, even Terrored, strong attack, only does half damage. I think it must have been a much more bulky support build that was then forced to try and attack. As you can see, it's got that Citrus Berry there, or the Lumberry rather, to cure its poison, which is irritating. And the Waterfall, normally you'd expect it to take Lokix out, but basically it's game over at this point. I've got the Sucker Punch. I've got the Salazzle going to be able to do an attack, and of course I've got the Kilowattrel in the back that's going to be fast and going to be super effective. So that's the end of the battle. So hope you enjoyed having a watch of that one and seeing how that team performed, and I'll see you in the next one.